episode, we're diving into one of the most overlooked superpowers in customer success, crafting case studies that win C suite and drive revenue. We're taking inspiration from a classic Star Trek episode, The Doomsday Machine. In The Doomsday Machine, the Enterprise responds to a distress call and finds chaos, fragmented ship logs, missing information, and no clear understanding of the threat. Different starships encountered the same danger, but each had only part of the story. It wasn't until Kirk, Spock, and the Enterprise crew unified these scattered signals into a single narrative that the real threat and the path to defeating it became clear. That is exactly what customer success leaders face every day. Now, if you are a CS leader who has faced this challenge or similar ones, leave me a comment so let's engage. Now, as CS leaders, we have onboarding data here, adoption data there, support trends somewhere else, executive feedback in a slide deck, and financial impact buried in a spreadsheet. Individually, none of these things tell a compelling story. But if you can unify that data into a clear narrative, that's how you can get executive buy-in, expansion approvals, customer advocacy, and ultimately stratospheric revenue growth. Now, let's talk about why these case studies and customer stories matter so much, especially to the C suite. Research shows 73% of B2B buyers rely on case studies to make purchasing decisions, according to Demand Report. 82% of case studies directly influence whether a vendor makes their shortlist, according to Forrester. Executives consistently rank customer stories, real world outcomes, and data backed narratives as their most trusted content types. And interactive case studies can increase conversion rates by 20% compared to static PDFs, according to Case Study Buddy. So when you, as a customer success leader, create strong data backed stories, you're not just creating marketing content, you are building revenue assets. Assets that help sales close deals, assets that help customers justify their renewals, and assets that influence CFOs, CEOs, and boards. Well-crafted case studies tell leadership three essential things. First, the customer achieved measurable business value. Second, the value was tied directly to your product and partnership, and it's repeatable across the entire customer base. Inspired by the Doomsday Machine, I created a framework to help CS leaders craft stories that resonate immediately with executives. It's called the STARLOG framework. Let's walk you through it. First, there's S. Start with the stakes. Just like entire planets were at risk in this episode, your story must open with the business stakes. Make the risk or opportunity unmistakable. ARR, productivity, time to value, renewal risk, or growth goals, as an example. T, the origins together. Now tie those all together. In this episode, the Enterprise needed logs from multiple ships to understand the threat. You, as a CS leader, bring together signals from onboarding, adoption, support, value reviews, and executive conversations. You are the narrative integrator. A, align on the mission. Show how the CS team, your CS team, partner with customers' leadership to set the North Star for outcomes, KPIs, timelines, and value markers. This is where CS moves from vendor contact to just strategic partner. Now, the R, reveal the turning point. Every powerful story needs a shift, an insight, milestone, or adoption moment that changes everything. Executives remember the moment things clicked. L, list the revenue value outcomes. This is where your story becomes C-suite ready. NRR increases, GRR stabilization, expansion ARR, reduced time to value, operational efficiency, whatever you delivered it, make sure you list it. 3 to 5 hard metrics, no more. O, outline the operational model. Executives want repeatability. Explain the plays, onboarding blueprint, adoption campaign, risk mitigation plan, or executive value reviews. G, give the reader a path forward. Close with what this means to you. A simple 3-step guide, a play they can adopt, or a signal that they can look for inside their own business. When you follow STARLOG, you don't just tell a story, you deliver a narrative that executives can understand, trust, and act on. Now, here's how to create a customer story that are consistent without depending on marketing to notice them. First, add a case study candidate tag in your CS platform or your CSP. Let CSMs flag accounts based on outcomes achieved or advocacy potential. Second, use your EBRs to gather narrative gold. Ask questions like, what metrics are you most proud of? Or, if you had to justify this investment to your CFO in one slide, what would you highlight? Third, co-author the story with your champion at your customer. When they see the narrative as their story, not just your asset, it becomes incredibly powerful. And finally, tailor formats. A one-page narrative for executives, a battle card for sales, and a short video that your website and social channels can fully utilize. So here's your mission assignment this week, CS leaders. First, pick one customer. Run them through a STARLOG framework. Add creative one-page story that your sales team, your leadership team, and your customer C-suites can all use. And that's how customer success becomes a strategic driver in the revenue frontier. Now, if you found this episode valuable, subscribe and stay tuned for the next transmission of the Star Trek Customer Success series. Until next time, live long and prosper, and keep boldly going where customer success leaders have never gone before, but where more should. Thank you.